What's up guys, it's Matt here. So as you may or may not know, shadowing can be pretty dull and pretty boring. I don't want to say it's a waste of time, but it doesn't feel like the most productive use of time a lot of times. So in this video I'm going to share some more tips on how to make shadowing a lot more interesting and meaningful to you guys. So if you haven't seen, I have a video about shadowing before. I'm going to make a link for that in the comments below. So if you want to check that out, feel free. I'm also going to go over some of that material in this video. So if not, that's cool. I'll cover a lot of it in here. So first off, just making sure that you want to have this best relationship as possible with the dentist and the staff and the patients. You know, be very friendly and courteous and kind with everyone that you meet there. Like I just said, not just the dentist, but the staff, everyone, that works there, everyone around, the patients. You want to make the best relationship possible with the dentist that you're shadowing. So along with that, make sure that you're, dressed like business casual, you look nice, good grooming, hygiene. If you probably think I don't need to say something like that, but you'd be surprised at some of the stories I hear. Ask the dentist and the staff if there's anything you can do for them. Try and help out. Be very genuine. If you're like me, they'll probably turn you down the first few times you ask, but keep at it. Just keep being friendly, kind, and they'll start letting you do more things. Maybe not, but they let me get a lot more involved in starting to help clean up, prepare with instruments, and do some small little procedures, like pouring trays and other things. So they gave me like some things to do, and that made the shadowing one just a lot more interesting. It was a better learning experience for me. Those were bigger takeaways for me, and it gave me more things to write about in my application. So definitely try and ask how you can help out. And again, just make sure you're trying to build that relationship with the dentist. As one, he's going to be writing your letter of recommendation for dental school. So you're going to want a really good relationship with the dentist. And the better your relationship, the more he's going to try and help you out, and he's going to care more about teaching you things. So I had a really good dentist I was shadowing with. He would like line up certain days like for me to come shadow that would be more beneficial, like where I would see procedures that aren't as common, or just see more interesting things. So that was something that I really appreciated. And he was just very kind, and like more that we got closer, the more he started trying to teach me and giving more advice, and it was just a lot better experience. Another thing is try and learn as much as you can before you go and shadow. If you're like me, that I went to shadow and I was asking very basic questions, and that's not the best. Like a lot of those questions I could have just Googled and gotten answers to, and I don't think those are the questions the dentists like to talk about as much. They like to talk probably more in depth on some of those things, or talk about what they like. So along with that, make sure that you go in knowing some things. Don't waste your questions on things that are really easy and straightforward. So you might be surprised to know that like you still do some shadowing in dental school. Like we go and we shadow other dentists and we shadow students and things. And shadowing for me now is a lot more beneficial than it was before dental school. And that's because I know a lot more now, and I know more of like better questions to ask, and I know more what to look for. So to kind of go along with that, instead of asking kind of just more straight like answer question, like fact-based, like answer like what is this or why are you doing that, ask more of like a preference-based question, like why do you like that. The more I learn about dentistry, the more I learn there's a lot of it is preference. So different dentists will do different things, even though one way might not be significant, like scientifically better yet, but they'll do it because just like that's why they like, and they all have their different reasoning. So asking preferences is a lot more valuable to me now than like what I would have thought beforehand. And that's a lot more helpful, and that's something I think the dentists like talking more about, is like preference instead of just like answering a very simple question. Ask preferences. Another thing is like that you might, if you've seen my other video, you might be saying, didn't you say like, whoa, don't ask too many questions? And yes, I did, and like definitely be considerate of that. Read the room. Don't be asking like too many questions. If you feel like you're being annoying, maybe tone it down a little bit. You don't want to overshadow the patient. You don't want to bug like the dentist. So, that's something you definitely need to fill out. So, but when maybe it's not a good time to ask a question, or if you are feeling like that, just observation, try and learn by watching. And you're probably thinking, duh, like obviously, but the more you know, the more you're going to look for certain things when you're watching a dentist. Like before I got into dental school, There's a lot of things I just didn't even think about with shadowing. So like, where does the dentist sit when he works on a different part of the patient's mouth? Like, I didn't even really think of that. But now that I'm like in sim and working on different parts of the mouth, like I move positions, and most people do. And a lot of dentists have different pre- preferences about where they want to sit, and so that's something you might want to pay attention to. Also, like different burrs, dentists have a lot of preferences on different burrs or hand instruments or materials. So those are kind of things like, if you know more about that, that's something to kind of watch. Watch their technique, watch what kind of materials or things they use. Um, yeah, that's so yeah. Just there's a lot of power to watching and just observing, but it's hard if you don't really know what you're looking for. So again, having a good base of understanding is really going to help make just the observing part a lot better. And as you observe, that's going to help you, and as you're looking for those things, that's going to help you have better questions too. So hopefully this is helpful. If you guys are also interested in learning more kind of about basics in dentistry, I got some videos, and make sure to subscribe because I'm going to start putting out a lot more videos this summer on things for you guys to look for and try and help prepare students who are about to go into dental school, just give them a good foundation in the basics. But it's also for you guys who are shadowing that want to learn a little bit more and want to make shadowing a little more interesting. So let me know what you guys think of the video, or if you have any questions, please comment below, and always like, subscribe, really helps me out. I appreciate you guys for watching the video.